Welcome to the live replay, everyone. Today is February 2nd, and I'm just going to get my iPad set up so that I can join you on TikTok and see all the comments. Welcome here. Sorry, I was super late today, which I did mention on my stories, but we had some sick boys overnight, so I didn't really get a lot of sleep, so I took a quick nap, and now I'm here. Today we're going to work on June. And Kristine, if you're already here, let me know. We are going to start on June whether Kristine is here or not, but I am going to give a few moments to kind of recap where we're at, talk about what we were thinking for June, and give Kristine and others a chance to get here. So let me take a quick sip of my tea. Hey, Nicole. Alrighty. And then I'll show you guys where we are at and what we're thinking for June. Oh, pumpkin. Thank you. Not sure what that means, but it looks cool. Alrighty. So this is Kristine's 12-month custom bullet journal for 2027. We started working on it exactly 2 weeks ago today. So we did January as this little snowflake theme. Here's her calendar page and notes. And then here's the weekly layout as well. Hey, Tunde. Nicole, hey. Welcome here. For February, the prompt was Brown Tabby, and it was her birthday month. So we went with a combination of the two. Yeah, a pumpkin carriage in February. Yeah, that did seem kind of random, hey? For March, the prompt was Easter. So we did a cross and we did this white gel pen on the scrap paper, cleaning tracker, 2-page calendar with a notes box. Here's the weekly layout that we did for March. And the empty tomb. And then April, the prompt was her dog, which is a Rottweiler, and puddles and muddy paw prints and stuff like that. That's what we've got for April. And then May is the last month that we have completed. We did this little calendar theme. What am I talking about? Calendar. My brain is still waking up. We did this little library theme for May. The prompt was library and iced coffee. So we did our title page, our cleaning spreads. Here is the calendar with a section for notes. Welcome here, you guys. And then these are the weekly layouts that we did for May. We were back to January's weekly layout because this was our 5th month. So we usually choose 3 to 4 different weekly layouts and then start cycling back through. So that is where we are right now. Hey, you guys, welcome here. Thank you so much for joining. And Kristine, if you are here, would you make your presence known? I want to talk about some of the ideas that we had for June, because we haven't started June, like at all, but we did some brainstorming right at the end of Thursday's live. We had a bunch of orders to personalize on Thursday, so that's what we ended up doing for like that whole live, but we did start collecting ideas for the baseball theme for June. Okay. I'm not seeing a Kristine here. Kristine, feel free to come forward if you're here, but for now, I'm gonna show you guys some of the ideas that we had for our baseball theme. So first of all, I just saved some doodles for doodle ideas. Bat, glove, ball, whistle, baseball cap, cleats, a helmet, that kind of stuff. The diamond. Yeah, there's some more doodle ideas. Just saved a diamond and a big glove and ball. And then what we had done after collecting doodle inspiration was collect layout inspiration. So we were thinking we'd take some of these doodles and kind of pair them together with one of these different layouts that we found. So I was thinking with this one, we could have, like, I really like the just colored shapes and kind of, you fill the space, but with abstract things. So over here, I was thinking we could do like a glove with a ball in it and then a bat. and then add the same kind of patterns and shapes to the space as we've got over here. So this is one option that I had thought of. Another option here was to do kind of a fill in just one section of the page. So we could section it off with washi tape and then just fill it with baseball related doodles, just like this one is. So gloves, bats, hat, ball, all that kind of stuff. And then have the title over to the side. This one, again, lots of this is just kind of a similar idea. Glove, bat, ball, hat, that kind of stuff. And then again, I liked the kind of scribbly sparkles as well as the washi tape, and then like a bold font like that for June. So that's another option. And then this one I had here was just thinking we would use this space for like a larger baseball doodle, like a glove, maybe a glove with a ball in it, and then have the title kind of positioned over here. So those were some of the doodle ideas and the layout ideas. I'm just gonna hop into into TikTok just to see if Kristine is here yet. And if not, we'll go ahead and vote on a theme layout without her, because we do want to keep moving on that. Kristine, if you're here, let us know. I have some custom bullet journal clients who don't come ever and just kind of get a surprise when we're done with it. And I have some who come all the time. And so far, Kristine has been one of those. And so I always feel a little bit bad when I have to go live or work on the journal when they're not there, because I know she's been trying to come so often. But I know if we want to get this thing done, we just kind of have to keep working at it, even if she's not here. Okay. So could I get a moderator then to start a poll for us? I'm just going to walk you through kind of those 4 options once more. So we need a 4-option poll for just for 1 minute, and I'll start talking through the options and you can put the poll up anytime because people just heard all of the options once. So I'll try to talk through them a little bit quicker this time. So this is option number 1. We would do like a glove and a bat, a ball or something, and then love these like abstract shapes, the bulky sparkles, the pattern. We would use those kind of things to fill the space just like they did here. So that's option 1. Option 2, we would section off a portion of the page and just fill it with same type of doodles. The baseball gloves, bats, balls, hats, whatever, and then put the title off to the side. That was 2, this is 3. Again, glove, bat, ball. I like the like scribbly sparkles sort of thing that they did here, the washi tape and a nice bold font. That's option 3. And then option 4 is to take, one key doodle. I was thinking glove and ball, but we could consider diamond as well. One larger doodle like that, and then just putting the title kind of in the foreground off to the side. That's option 4. Let me flip through one more time. 1, again, with a baseball theme. 2, 3, or 4. Go ahead and cast your vote in the little blue and white poll below my profile picture over there. And I'm going to join you guys back in TikTok so I can see what is going on. Did we get a result? Option 3. Lovely. Welcome here, you guys. Hello, hello. Option 3, 1. Nice. It's over now, now I know your name. Inga. Yes. Blinga. So we are going to go with option 3, which was the baking one, but of course turn it into a baseball theme. So why don't we go ahead and swatch some colors. So the colors that immediately come to mind, we're going to want like a light brown for the, like, if we do a wooden bat, which I feel like is cuter to draw than like a metal bat that has like logos all over it, even though I know those are pretty common. We'll need a light brown for a wooden bat. Same thing for a glove. Maybe a darker brown to add like some stitches on the glove. The red for the stitches on the ball. And, you know, now that I think about it, since Kristine's not here, we don't actually know what color I believe it's her son who plays baseball. I made a note in here. We don't actually know what color his team is. Let's see. Oh, she left the explanation on the form, not on, I didn't write it down who it was that played baseball, but. Okay, well, we'll keep we'll kind of keep things open, but I do want to choose a light brown, a dark brown, a red, and I might just quickly fire off an email to Kristine. We've been emailing. That's been her mode of communication. So let me just quickly fire off an email to her and ask. I'm so bad at using my iPad for anything other than like drawing on it. When I have to actually like type or something, it's, oh no, I don't even have that mailbox on my iPad. Is that true? Oh, that is true. Okay, so never mind. I can't even email her from here. Never mind. Then we'll just wait and see if she joins us. Yes, Ellen, it depends how many months you want, what your currency is, what kind of sales I'm running, all that kind of stuff. Roughly $500 US if you're gonna do like a full year, which this one is. That's kind of the ballpark anyways. And yes, I only open one spot at a time, and I do offer, like, I have these fully hand-drawn journals as well for 1/10 of the price. These also, like I said, these are all my drawings. This one has 30 more pages than a custom one does, but obviously you don't get to choose every page just for yourself. So I do have those as the option that's a better fit for most people, and then for a few people a year, probably 6 to 8 spots this year, I will open. For a few people a year, we can do this sort of thing. Alrighty, let's see. Some light browns. Nicole, would you mind firing up a poll for us? Let's do just a 3-option poll to choose a light brown. And then I'm just gonna swatch some reds as well. We're not gonna vote on that immediately. We're gonna do the brown first, but that's the next color that I want to vote on. So I'm just gonna get things ready. We're starting June. So right now we're choosing a light brown color for a baseball theme. So this is gonna be the color of like the gloves, the baseball bats, that kind of stuff. So option 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. I'm gonna swatch some red for our consideration for the next color. Oh, that's very dark. Do I have anything else that I want to run with for the red? I don't think so. The red probably, I can't see it being a very main color. I'm thinking mostly just like the stitches on the ball. Although if suddenly her son or daughter's team is red, then we'll lean more into it. Option 2, 1, really? Oh, right. Sorry, I was already looking at the reds and I was just surprised because that's not the one I was expecting for the reds. Okay, so option 2, yes, that makes perfect sense for the brown. Would you mind doing another one, Nicole, with 4 options? We're choosing a red. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Like I said, this one will mainly be for like the stitching on a baseball. I'm not sure if we'll use it for anything else really other than that, but it needs to be there. So we'll vote for it. I'm just gonna grab whatever dark brown kind of goes with that light brown that we chose. I don't have a lot of dark browns anyways, so. Well, I don't have a lot that aren't like dark all of a sudden, you know? I think we'll just do that one. And then I guess we could use possibly a green for like the baseball diamond. So let's choose one of those too. While we're in the business of making choices here. Hey everyone, welcome here. Thanks for joining. We are choosing the colors for our June theme. Just so you know, we're doing a baseball theme. So we chose a light brown to use for baseball gloves and bats and other things. And now we just chose option 4 as our red. I feel like I need a more just like basic green in the mix, but I don't even have any down here. Let's do 1, 2. Some grays. Oh, interesting. Let's do one more vote for the greens here. And then I think we'll have enough to kind of get started anyways. Option 1, 2, 3, or 4, and these 2 are already locked in, so we're looking for something that kind of fits that palette. And again, Kristine, if you are here, let us know. We would love to know. The poll to cast your vote is that little blue and white clipboard icon below my profile picture. The only way your vote is going to be counted is if it's in there. Well, that's what I was looking for. Do I have greens that just are more... I guess that one, it's darker, but it looks good. See, like upstairs in my son's Crayola Super Tips, I would probably have more just like basic greens. I just don't have them down here. None of them are a great grass color. You guys. Okay, the only reason I didn't put this one in here, Angela, is because it's running out of ink and I don't have a replacement. I swatched it here for a name page because she only wanted it for like the letters in her name, so I knew it would survive. But if it's drawing that many fields, I don't know if it can survive. Well, I don't know how often we're going to even use it in this month, but... Okay, option 3 won the poll. I feel like option 3 is fine. I don't know. Do you guys not like option 3? Do we need to do it again? It's Tombow 192, which we use quite frequently. Kim likes 5. Okay, well, you know what? We're not even going to use it on the title page. We'll see what we're feeling after that. I just got these, what are they called? Acrylic markers. And like the colors, amazing. But I'm not really used to using acrylic markers. And for coloring my pre-made journal, which is what I'm doing this year, instead of drawing my own journal, they're not great because they're paint, right? So if you paint across, like on the outlines that I drew for you, it kind of muddies the outline or covers it completely and it doesn't really look good. But I suppose I could actually use one of those in this theme because we wouldn't be, there's no outlines to color over. Like that's a good start already, I feel like. A better green option. No, they won't bleed. So let me show you. I did, here, let me make sure I'm not grabbing any personal pages. This is my personal, not planning, but reflective journal. So I did this design. Artex sent me these for free. Thank you so much, Artex. I love them. I did this design for the reel that they wanted for them. So places like this, I've got 2 coats, which isn't a ton, but you can see there's like 0 bleed through at all. Even with the light shining through the page, you can't see anything through. And that red is pretty dark. I can't show you behind this page because I've already used it for like personal journaling. Otherwise I would show you behind the letters too. They don't bleed. They do look a little bit different than water-based, like the other markers. But you know what, we could just do the whole month in these markers and I could just color match the red that we chose. Oh, they don't have good light browns though. That was one of the first things I noticed. They have like 2 browns and they're both very dark. But we could use a green from this month anyways. Sorry. Because they might have green options that you guys like more. What do you think? Should we mix and match? Should we do some paint markers for the green? They are very vibrant. Yes, they do need time to dry, which is why I don't typically use these in custom bullet journals. They don't need a lot of time to dry. Like these first 2 dots already look dry to me. But they do take a little bit of time to dry, but I'm not picturing the green being our main color here anyways. So I think we could do it. The June's theme is baseball. So we've got a light brown for glove and a bat, a red for the stitches on a ball, and then we were just trying to choose the green, and people weren't super satisfied with these as like the green of the baseball diamond, you know? I feel like this one would be a great contender, but yeah, it is just a different marker type, but I think we could get away with it. Terry thinks stick with the original vote. The original vote was for this 3 right here. Bottom 2 or 4, okay. Oh yeah, 2, that's the one I was thinking. You agree that number 2 would be good? Stick with the original. This is tough. It does go well with the light brown. You know, that's true. I feel like once the other colors are out of the way, that green will look nice. Ooh, okay. I guess we'll do one more pull. One more pull. I'm just gonna cross that out. So we're gonna vote between 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you think we should mix and match, do some acrylic markers, and you like 3 or 4, vote for one of those. If you want to stick with our original vote, vote for number 1. Number 2 is also water-based. I just didn't add it to the poll because it looked too dark to me, but now that I see it, I actually feel like it would be fine. So 1, 2, 3, or 4 for the new green. And last call, Kristine, if you are here. Oh, did I just see a Kristine join or a Kristen? I wasn't looking close enough. I just saw KRIS and then it disappeared from my screen. Oh, my playlist or my song just got to the end. Oh, Kristen. Man, just you. I was having so much fun with these acrylic paint markers though. I made a bunch of like, my son's only 3 and I haven't started doing any sort of like learning stuff with him. He shows interest in like wanting to read, but then when we actually try doing any little thing, he's like, this is boring. This takes too much work. I want to go play hockey, you know, kind of thing. So I've never tried to like, oh, is that the new one? Option 3? Or was that still the old poll option 3? Can someone tell me which option won this most recent poll? 3 won again? Okay. But I made a bunch of like homeschool type charts and papers and worksheets and stuff, all using my acrylic markers, which was so fun. But yeah, they're not like, journaling definitely isn't my favorite application for them, but they're just so fun that I want to use them more, but I know that I won't use them in my own like coloring book style journal because that's just not really what they lend themselves to. Option 4 for the reds. Okay. Alrighty. There we go. So let's just jump into the cover page. I feel like this has been a long preamble. Thank you guys for your patience just to get into the cover page. So let me pull up my reference photo here. Okay, so we were gonna do some baseball related doodles like a glove, ball, bat, and then there were some cute like scribbly sort of sparkles, a big bulky font for June, and then some washi tape, which is gonna be cute. Oh, hey Fazia, I use a variety. I always recommend Crayola Super Tips if you're looking for like, what's the first pack of markers I should buy? But in real practice, I end up using mostly brush pens like Tombows. But yeah, and yay, you got your journal today. That's great news. Let me open up a reference picture here for a baseball glove so that we can get started with that. I'll put the glove over here. Did anyone play baseball here as a youth or still? I still love a good game of slow pitch, but I haven't played like actual competitive baseball in years. Nope, Crayola does not bleed through the pages. Used to play softball. You don't even have baseball, period, in England? That's so interesting. Your sons play? Nice. Called rounders. Oh, interesting. I have never heard of that. Rounders. It reminds me of grounders. What's rounders? Like, I've never heard of that in my life. How similar is it to actual baseball? My parents started me in boys baseball when I was like younger, but not so young that boys were like still the runts. You know, I think I was 12, and I remember just being so petrified of getting hit with the ball. We had one of the best pitchers in the league on our team, and he hit me with a ball once at practice, and I was so traumatized. I never wanted to play baseball again. And then the next year, they didn't tell me, signed me up for the girls' team, which probably would have been the right move from the start, and started playing with the girls. And I was like, oh, I love this. And suddenly I became a bat catcher because I wasn't scared of the ball anymore. And that was awesome. Played many years of bat catcher with the girls' team until our town got too small to have our own team. And by then I was so into volleyball that I kind of had to drop something anyway. Oh yeah, I guess if you don't know baseball, that would be hard to compare. Nice, Beth. Pitcher. I never pitched. My sister did though, and we would always go to like pitching clinics where I would catch for her and she would pitch. So I always felt like I would actually know a decent amount about pitching because I had to sit through all those clinics, but I never actually got to try it. Alrighty, so that's going to be kind of our main 3 doodles here. Then we want to add a heading for June, and then we want to add our sparkles and our washi tape. So I kind of actually want to bring in the red more for the heading for June. Wait, maybe I should see what kind of washi tape I have first, like what's gonna match this theme. I have a bunch more in the closet, but we could probably start with just like there's a red-ish, but it's a very different red. Could start with like a light brown or something. I definitely have mostly muted tones for washi tape, but I feel like something like this would go okay with this theme. Even though it doesn't like explicitly match the red that we used, it still kind of fits the... Yeah, I do have some greens. They're mostly in like the plant sort of theme, but I do have a plain green like that. Let me just poke my head in the closet. I have a big bin full of washi tape that I unfortunately can't really bring everything on camera, but let's see.
What do you want me to do if it's not dry?
Put it in for another 15.
Okay. But take it out otherwise?
What?
But take it out otherwise.
If it's dry, then take it out. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. I'm just trying to find some of my basics. I feel like I have. Yeah. Some of these will be decent options here. Okay, so obviously we would rip this smaller, but I do have some just kind of like basics here. Dots, grid. This one's like dictionary definitions. This one's like newspaper style. I think this green matches our green a little better. Or if we wanted like a dark grid style one. But yeah, I feel like having one kind of basic pattern and then one color might be a good pair. You like this one, Nicole? Yikes. I hate the, I love the washi tape shop. Their tapes are so beautiful, but I really don't like the ones that have, I know bigger tapes need to have this on the back so that they don't rip when you're peeling them off, but smaller ones certainly do not, because, I mean, you can easily get away with having them stuck to each other. This grid and the green. So we're leaning more into the colors for this page. Is that good, or is that too much color? I think that's fine. Could do that. Oh, I thought this was a bug. Scared me for a sec. Grid and green. Okay, people like the grid one. I could do grid and dot, or grid and green, or grid and like newspaper, but cut into smaller pieces. I feel like that would be a good, any of those would work well. I'm gonna put some of these other ones away. I might just keep them all out, and then we can use whichever ones we want as we go through. I kind of like the newspaper too, and it kind of reminds me of baseball, like for some reason, you know, like I'm trying to think of what like old school baseball movie that would be, but it just kind of, you know, I feel like the newspaper kind of fits the vibe. Yes, exactly. Like they just won the game and it's on the front cover. Yeah, so I think I might bring some of this in, but we're going to do kind of some washi stacking. So we'll use all of them. We'll bring some of that. We'll do some of this. We can bring a few different colors in. And we haven't used any green yet, so if we look at this and we're like, that seems kind of out of place on the cover, we can get rid of the green row and add a different row, or just not add and just have 2 rows. I think that's fine too. Okay. Yeah, I really don't love having the little white wrapper on them. Hey, Kel, yes, this is We're back in Kristine's journal. Oh, is TikTok glitching bad today? Sorry, I did not even... Oh, we need room for a title up here. So I'm going to move this one a bit higher up. I forgot about that. Let's put that there. And then some green in between. All right. I feel like those are cute washi tape stacks. That worked out. Okay, so I'm gonna put June over here, and I'm thinking maybe dark brown, and then we'll add some of those little sparkles and stuff that the other one had, and then I think we'll be good to go. So let's do... June. Oh, Yamil, yes, probably. I think you should have a couple of shipping options, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're all in that zone. Like around $10 to $16, I would guess. Yes, use the code livestream. We'll get you a discount. Elijah, yes, but currently, like, custom journals is my smallest income stream. Well, it's probably close with YouTube ads, but it's not my main income stream anymore. There was a time when it was, but the bullet journaling thing as a whole, yes, I do make a full-time income from it. All right, there we go. How are we feeling about this title page? I feel like it's working. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next page here and just start doing her cleaning tracker. 2, 3. I'm trying to make fruit roll-ups in the oven today. That's why my husband was in here a second ago. They need to be in the oven for like 3 to 4 hours. I was like, how am I supposed to time that so that it's not during my live stream, but it's done before I want to start cooking supper? So I got him to pull them out. Has anyone ever made those before? Fruit roll-ups. It was just like blend fruit, applesauce, and a little bit of sweetener, like unsweetened applesauce, and then a little bit of sweetener. And you just pour it on a lined cookie sheet and let it go for like hours in the oven. So I'm hoping that it works out. I feel like my kid would love that. I'm talking about the laundry. Oh, that's funny. Oh yeah, I guess because we were saying if it was dry. Yeah, but it just like, it goes into there almost like a juice, and then you put it in at the lowest possible heat setting. It was supposed to be 170 Fahrenheit. My oven couldn't even go that low. It would only let me do 175. So that's why I was saying just wait till it's totally dry. That totally makes sense that you thought it was laundry. But yeah, I checked it before I started my live and it was still kind of like sticking. So I had him peek in at it, make sure it's doing okay. And hopefully it's out of there by now. I don't want it to get like fried to a crisp. Yeah, it has to be dry to remove. That's funny. No, I think he could have figured that out. But we have never made fruit roll-ups in this house, so that I wouldn't expect him to know on his own. Oh, you know what, Annie? I've never actually tried them. Are they water-based or are they acrylic? Because I've seen pictures of them and they look like almost like paint style markers, but I've never actually looked into them very much. The color selection always looks beautiful. Like Stationery Pal sells them as individuals, but I always just end up getting the ones that I know that I like, which are the tombos and zebras and stuff. Okay, that's kind of what they look like really juicy. All right, cleaning tracker, you got it right up here. Yeah, that's what they look like. The colors look amazing. I don't really love it when my markers are that juicy because I often kind of count on being able to layer them a few times to get different effects. And so if they're too juicy that they like soak through the page, if I do just 1 or 2 coats, then I can't really doodle the way that I am used to doodling. So I don't always gravitate towards markers like that. Let's see here. Cleaning tracker. Come on. I hate the little wrappers on these. June. We are in June already. Oh, no problem. I can show you April and May. Why don't I do that after this page? We'll add a little bit of green. I wish it were June, actually. I know, me too. We were looking at pictures, me and my boys, from the summer, and I was like, yeah, that would be great. We could use a nice sunny day right about now. Let's go back a couple of months here. I'll just do a quick version, flip through of the whole thing, and then we'll keep going with the calendar spread. And you know what, actually, while we're doing that, we could start voting on the next one, because the next one's going to be calendar layout, but just hold that poll for a sec. But we will do a 2-option poll momentarily. So first month we did was January. The prompt was snowflakes, winter, that kind of stuff. So we did this little theme, which I think is still one of my favorites in this journal. It's hard to choose an actual favorite, but this one's definitely up there. There's the weekly spreads for January. February, we did a tabby cat theme, brown tabby theme for her birthday month. Oh yeah, Mama Christy, how do you feel about it? Is it like thick washi tape or thin washi tape? Because it frustrates me so much. It makes it so hard to use. And like, I get why you'd want it on thick washi, but like this roll doesn't have any, and it doesn't even rip very often. Mind you, it also doesn't stick as well as some of my other washi tape, but it just seems unnecessary. For March, we did an Easter theme for Kristine. Oh yeah, thin, it definitely doesn't need it. I don't understand why they do that on thin rolls of washi tape. April, we did her dog and a puddle of water, paw prints, just kind of spring doodles. And I realized I forgot. Let's, while we finish flipping through, would you guys vote for a calendar layout? So the theme is this baseball for June. We need to do a calendar. And I do my calendars in 2 different ways. One is to have one of the darker colors in the theme typically, do a full outline with a dot for the day. That's option 1. Option 2 is to just do a partial outline in black and then do highlighted rows for the dates. So 1 is full outline, dots for the dates. 2, partial outline, highlighted row for the dates. Go ahead and cast your vote, and remember it's going to be using this color palette, this theme, and everything. So you can put your votes up in the poll up there. Now, we were just flipping through. We were at April. So yeah, we did her Rottweiler. There's her title page, cleaning spread, 2-page calendar with a notes box. These are the weekly spreads that we did for April. Yes, poll is in the top left. Please tap that little blue and white clipboard and cast your votes in there. May, we actually did this whole theme in one sitting, which was lovely. We did a library and iced coffee theme. That was the prompt. These are the weekly spreads. We attempted like iced coffee lettering. I drew a bunch of like ice cubes, and we had kind of an ombre effect in the iced coffee color. And then now we are on June, and let me pull up a calendar for June, since that's what we're gonna do next. Where's my calendar here? Why does it always assume that it can just disappear? Of course I'm gonna need you again. Okay, number 1, okay, perfect. Okay, so June of 2027. Let me double check here. We've got 2 days taken out of the first row. Yes, that does make sense. Option 1, 1. Okay. So I think I'm gonna do the dark brown and then use a light brown and a red for the circles. So we need, what was that, 5 days on the top row? Yes. 3, 6, 8. And then 4 on the bottom row. Haley, I get my washi tape. So transparently, like my markers, my washi tape, I think has all been gifted to me. I don't think I've ever bought washi tape. So full transparency, I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, I would not buy so much washi tape because it's a supply that I think is so cute when other people use, but I have such a hard time figuring out when to use it. I just never naturally use it in my own pages. What I have is mostly from the washi tape shop. They have so many beautiful options. No, I'm pretty sure option 1 was January. I'm pretty sure I went in order. Option 1, January. Option 2 was February. And if not, then I'm going crazy. But yeah, so most of it's from the washi tape shop. But yeah, I really have way more than I use. And I gave away most of my collection when I stopped bullet journaling 2 years ago. But no problem, Nicole. I'm just glad for once it's not my bad. I make enough mistakes in these journals. You can take a hit for me, right? But yeah, the washi tape shop has beautiful washi tape. I should show you some of my favorites because they have stunning washi tape. And you know what? The washi tape that I do use more often from them. Okay, I'm gonna go grab just a couple of rolls because I love it. It's so gorgeous. I just never use it because I have a hard time figuring out the when and where. Okay, this is my favorite washi tape set ever. This was done by Opal and Fern, I believe is the artist, on Instagram in a collaboration with the washi tape shop. Came in a pack of, I think, 5. These are just the only 2 I saw. Beautiful. Right in my kind of color palette that I love. However, where do you use thick washi tape like this? Like, I love the idea of it, but I almost never use it, even though it is so stunning. The ones that I do use more are, more recently, the washi tape shop has been doing tons of like rolls of stickers, which these ones I actually would use to like, you know, decorate a Christmas gift, or like you could make a whole winter theme out of this roll, you know, instead of having to doodle or whatever, you could use all these stickers instead. And it's so much more bang for your buck than a sticker sheet because, you know, sticker sheet, you just get 1 of each sticker. This you get a roll and it only repeats after like, I think 3 or 4 feet of stickers. Like you get a lot of variety and then they repeat so you can use them again. And they all match. So you've got like a perfectly matching theme. So this kind of washi tape is what I actually end up using more often. And they have tons of these now, the PET rolls. But they have beautiful options. I never know where to use them. Oh yeah, Nikki, using them almost like paper. Yeah, that's true. Could do that. Nicole, I've been on for almost an hour. I took a nap before coming live today, so I started a bit later than my usual afternoon start time. My littlest son, I'm not sure if it's just teething and he happens to have a cough or if he's actually sick, you know, like he's been teething, so he's had a fever and kind of like runny nose and stuff, and now he's got a cough. So I'm not sure what's bothering him more, but he was very bothered all night. So he wanted to sleep on Mummy pretty much all night, which I love the snuggles, but you guys know I'm an awful sleeper already. And so when I have someone sleeping on Mummy, that just kind of guarantees that I will get zero sleep whatsoever. So I took a nap. Mostly because I have a volleyball game tonight, so I do need to be alive. But I feel pretty okay now. Today we've just been working on the custom journals, or the custom journal for Kristine. We did on Thursday, we packed all of last week's orders. And then this week, so far, most of the orders that I've gotten have been B grade, so they don't require personalization. So I'll probably wait until Thursday again to do kind of a big push of packing this week's orders. Unless people like want their order packed right away on camera, then we can do that. I don't mind. Oh yes, the Mildliners have such gorgeous colors. I love their brush pens. I wish that all of their colors came in brush pen instead of lots of my favorite colors of theirs just come in chisel tips. Diana, I played middle all through high school, but only because I was the tall girl, you know? And then college, I was more like average height on my team, and I had always kind of not loved middle, so I thankfully got to play left side for all of my college years, which was a much better fit. So now I am a left side. No, they do. They all have two tips, but I mean like they all have this tip, and then this one can be a chisel, which I hate, or for some colors, and it's limited to only some colors, but they'll have like a transparent lid with a brush tip, and that is what I love. But they don't have, like, my favorite Mildliners are this one, and this one, and these ones only come chisel tip. They don't come with the brush option on this side, which is really a bummer. Oh, I should have had you guys thinking about ideas here. Okay, quick idea brainstorming session. We need to write June somewhere, do some doodles, and then we need a notes box. Does anyone have ideas of what that could look like? Oh, Diana, I don't know. I've got the opposite problem. I was a middle with like freakish long arms trying to convince any coach to let me not play middle for once. Baseball diamond as a little doodle. Hey, Tina. Trying to think here. So the baseball like diamond, I just feel like wouldn't lend a whole lot of space. Like if we're gonna do that as a big doodle, we kind of need a whole page for it, you know, because otherwise we're gonna be pinching it. Right? Like diamond, that doesn't fit well in this space area. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to think how that would give her good space for notes while still maintaining the shape of a diamond. A scoreboard idea. I didn't even notice that idea. Let's see here. Yeah, we could do a jersey. I just wish that I had emailed Kristine asking what color her kid's team is, because so far I've been trying to keep it just generic baseball doodles because we don't actually know what color her, I'm pretty sure she said it was her son who plays baseball, but we don't actually know what color his team is. So we've been using like browns and then red, and we did choose a green, so we'll bring in a green eventually probably. But, yeah, I don't mind the baseball bat with June written inside. We could do that. And then, okay, unfortunately, if you just say one word or two words, I will have no idea what you mean with it, so I will just probably have to ignore it because there's a million ideas and I don't know what you mean if you just say one thing. Oh, that was the scoreboard idea. That is a cute idea. Sorry, Lisette. I just got bombarded with the bat idea, and then yours got lost. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of like wood grain here since this is a bigger bat where we can actually see. And then I'll write June on top. Okay, and then I usually don't like turning something into a notes box. I feel like it often isn't as practical and doesn't, sometimes it turns out cute. Like the puddle as a notes box was an obvious, yes, that works. But I don't like popcorn. I like the idea, but I wouldn't like writing on the red stripes. And then we have to stretch a popcorn box to be this tall and thin, which I feel like is just a little bit awkward. Same with the baseball diamond idea. There's not really a way that a diamond fits here that we can doodle on all the bases so you can actually tell what it is. It's not just a diamond shape and still leave for any room for notes, you know? That just, I don't see any of these things working that well. No, I'm not layering 4 different, what? 4 baseball diamonds and then she can write her notes in there? Okay, we're going back to the drawing board here. The theme is baseball and I'm thinking we just add highlighted lines or a box or something. Like we don't need everything to be something. Exactly, Avery, you're on my way. We're not doing another puddle theme. We already did puddles just 2 months ago, so I won't do that again. Yes, I know, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry, I appreciate your ideas. And we're gonna start with washi tape. Again, I'm sorry, but if you just say one word, I'm gonna have no clue what you mean. We're gonna stick with our theme and not go in a completely different direction. I'm just gonna start putting down things we've already been using. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm coming across too grouchy today. I do appreciate all the ideas. Okay, and then we're just gonna write notes and do some baseball doodles and some highlights, and that's gonna be it. And we're gonna be happy. Yeah, I feel like the scoreboard idea would have worked for the month. I wish I would have seen that earlier, but there were just too many comments coming in that I didn't actually see what that one was saying, but like 06/27 to be like the month and the year. That was a very organic idea, but I feel like we kind of missed our chance, so we're just gonna move forward. And then we'll do notes. Thanks, you guys definitely went the simpler route. And yes, I'm sorry. Usually I do try to take some ideas, but there's sometimes when we just get like a flood of too many ideas, and when enough of them don't compute in my brain and then the comments just keep coming in, I have a hard time choosing one. You know what I mean? Like when some of them just don't seem like they would work to me and then they keep flying in, I tend to just go the simple route. So sorry. Not that all of those ideas were bad by any means. Okay, now should we write June in the same kind of brown bulky font that we've been using, or something different in white gel pen? Like a different style of font. I don't think I would do the same font in white gel pen because it would be hard to get that thickness. Although I do have acrylic markers in white that I could use for that. Different font in white gel pen, brown. So classic baseball script. Are you thinking like kind of the, it's like calligraphy, but kind of, I don't even know how to describe it. White like a logo. Oh, I would have to look that up. Baseball font. I don't even know what that would look like. Let me look that up and see if Pinterest has some ideas, because actually I do like that idea of doing, because all bats have a logo on them. And I think I can picture the type of font that you mean. Baseball font. Yeah, like this. Okay. Something like this. Kind of, it's much more of a embellished calligraphy than I normally do. Can I not zoom in on this picture? Okay, like this is not a baseball font, right? Somebody just went into Canva and chose a random one. But this actually looks like a baseball font to me, right? Oh, or there's this style, but I feel like you wouldn't often see a bat logo in that style, right? I mean, I'm sure some bat brands have that, but this is what I was picturing. Does that sound good? It's more script than what I got, or the script one that I pulled you think is good? Okay, because that's what I pictured right away when you said baseball font. But I think that's how it is, Lace of Spades, right? Classic, old school, baseball-y. Okay, we're gonna do that. Also, it just looks like fun. So let's do kind of a curly J. I know, it doesn't like... I feel like in a way it doesn't suit baseball because it's so fancy looking, but I think that really is how lots of like jerseys and bats and stuff would have their font. I might need to grab a new white gel pen. I've been using this one for a while and it's starting to show. Do I have another one currently that works? I think these ones are all kind of nearing the end of their lifespan. Okay, I'm gonna grab a new white gel pen because I want this to be crisp. And these ones are not really giving me crisp. They are being hard to work with. All right, J. I was hoping for even more crisp. Come on now. Oh, there we go. This one just had to get going a little. I think the acrylic would be, it would be much bulkier. So I think it would work better if we were doing like my usual kind of bouncy calligraphy, but I don't know if it would work quite as well for this. Yeah, that J isn't as crisp as I was hoping it would be because my pen was dying. Come on now. To make it stand out a bit more, I'm gonna add a brown drop shadow. Sounds like my boys are up. Okay. I'm gonna try to build up this white a little bit, but I might need to wait a bit until everything has fully dried because it's hard for me to fill in the streaks when what's there is still a little bit wet, you know? I know, something about the J didn't quite land. My pen was going in the wrong. Well, it was just all dry and crusty. But no, unfortunately, the acrylic white, I was using it this weekend and it is even less opaque, but you need to do a few coats. But I'm gonna let that dry and then we can move on to the weeks. But it seems like we have a few new people here today. Thank you so much for joining. Since I need to let this dry before I can color the next pages, why don't I give you a quick flip through and I can answer your questions. Yes, this is a custom bullet journal. My current customer's name is Kristine. She ordered a 12-month journal for 2027 starting in January. And she gave us all the themes, like just the prompts, and then we've been kind of choosing what doodles to run with, colors, and how to lay out the different elements that she wants. So Julianne, do you mean how does it work to like use a journal like this, or how does it work, like how have we been designing a journal like this? Because I'm happy to answer either. February, the prompt was brown tabby. Okay, sorry, could you say which one? Because now I'm not sure which one you're saying yes to. Thank you. The prompt was brown tabby, and it's her birthday month, so we combined those two. March, she requested an Easter theme with a focus on the cross, the resurrection. So we used some brown craft paper and made that happen. Okay, I think you mean how are we designing the journal? And yeah, basically what we've been doing is taking her prompts. So she's usually been giving me kind of a string of words as a prompt. So for this month, the prompt was Rottweiler puddles, muddy paw prints. So we then went onto Pinterest and searched Rottweiler doodles. We searched like spring puddle doodles, something like that. And then we looked at different cover designs with different themes that we could take and kind of transpose our theme into to make a unique spread. Oh, how do you use a journal like this one? Sorry. So the beauty of it is that you can really add whatever pages you want. So she's added the pages that she thinks will be most useful to her. So like the cleaning tracker, she'll write down her cleaning tasks, color in a light colored dot on the weeks when she wants to do that task, and then cross it off when it's done. That's how you use that page. Calendar, you just fill in your events, some notes for the month. And then on the weekly spreads, like you just use this like you would a planner. So you can fill in your plan for Sunday, your meal that you want to make, any events you have, main tasks, and then again, notes for the week. And yeah, so you use it differently depending on what pages you include, but that's the beauty of bullet journaling, is that you can include whatever pages you need. So it's like having a fully customized and doodly planner. For May, the prompt that she gave was library and iced coffee. So we combined those two. This was our title page, our cleaning tracker. Here's the calendar. We did like a top-down open book, bookmark, iced coffee, glasses, croissant, and a fork. And these are the weekly spreads for May. Yeah, lots of people here today. Thank you so much for joining. If you're new, please say hi, drop an emoji in the chat, and thank you so much for being here. My name is Rylee, and like I said, we're working on a custom bullet journal for Kristine, is the current customer that we're working with. So we're almost, I guess, 6 months in, almost halfway through her 12-month journal. And we are back into, oh, you like June, Carson? Okay, thank you. I'm glad. Okay, oh, welcome here, you guys. Stephanie, fellow Canadian. Welcome here. We're going to be doing the weekly spreads for June next. We just did the calendar and title page. Linny, yes. So these fully custom ones cost several $100s, and I only can take on one order every 1 or 2 months because it takes me a long time to complete them. But I do sell this. It's still fully hand-drawn, and it's like a coloring book. So I do the calligraphy for you, the doodles for you, and then you just color them in, trace the calligraphy, and you have your own beautiful planner that you also get to use as a screen-free coloring hobby. So yeah, this is my most common product that I sell, because these, again, I can only take on so many orders, and I only do one at a time. So these ones have 224 pages. They're all hand-drawn, 12 unique monthly themes. If you want to see more of this one, I can definitely show you. But yeah, the custom ones, I only open one at a time, and I do announce that on my Instagram stories when it's gonna go live, an exact date and time, and then it's just first come, first serve. They usually sell out in about a minute because I only open one every month or two. October was one of my favorite themes. We did this little like journaling at a cafe theme. Oh, what does this say? Okay, sorry, that was random. It wasn't even the puzzle piece. It was just a little pop-up. But yeah, we did this little journaling at a cafe theme for October. One of my favorites. The markers that I end up using the most often are usually like Tombows. But if you're looking for like recommendations of what to buy, I always recommend starting with the Crayola Super Tips. Very affordable, tons of colors, and a much easier tip to maneuver if you're just starting out with calligraphy and coloring and stuff. Lena, I had to order them in bulk. So like I worked with the manufacturer and the minimum order quantity is like thousands. So you, I'm not sure where you would do it if you just wanted one printed on like this type of paper and bound in this way. I have no idea. No, do you? So this is 160 GSM paper. So I've tested it with up to 6 layers of Crayola marker and have had no bleed. To get to Arizona, I pack. So it's just me. I'm the only one who does this, and I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom, so I only get to work on this during nap time. So Friday is my shipping day. I would love to ship things out every day as they come in, but I do personalize every order, and then I send all of them out on Fridays. So if you were to order today, I would send it out on Friday, and honestly, shipping kind of depends how long it takes to get through customs, but it should be just like a week or 2. And if you are at all interested, like I said, I personalize them all on my live streams. So you can choose things like charms and a gold foil cover design and a name page, which I don't have any samples on hand because I just sent them off on Friday. But yes, and if you use the discount code livestream, you'll get 10% off. Alrighty, let's get back to work here. Oh, it took about a month for you? Yeah, shipping, ever since all the tariff stuff between the US and Canada, like US shipping used to be so fast, like 4 or 5 days. And now it's been so up in the air. The pre-made ones are undated, so you can use them anytime, Janet. Aw, thank you so much, you guys. We are back to February's weekly spread. So I'm just gonna start spacing this out for June. With my light gray. And what did we do here? Oh, yes. Okay, perfect. And how many weeks do I need in June? I think I'll need 5. Yes. Oh, thanks, Janet. I know, the international shipping to the US is a massive issue right now because of all the tariff drama they've got going on. So, unfortunately, shipping times are much longer than they used to be and more expensive than they used to be too, which is not my preference, of course. Aw, I don't know if you can hear my oldest out there, but he is playing some hockey, it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, okay. He does love his hockey, that is true. Oh, thanks, Yamil. I appreciate your order. Alrighty. That is the spacing. Oh, Vicky, It's we just listen to the same song over and over. Daydreaming, it's called, on YouTube. Okay. Aw, you're so sweet, Shelby. Oh, thank you guys for your orders. I appreciate that. And like I said, I would default to personalizing them on my Thursday evening live stream if you ordered personalizations, but I am not opposed to doing them earlier if you want to attend and you're not able to be there Thursday evening. I totally get that, so we can try to be flexible with that. Markers I recommend, I would buy the Crayola Super Tips, one of the huge packs, 100 or 150. And then if you're not totally satisfied with the colors, then I would buy like Tombos or something 1 by 1 to build up your collection. All right, I think that's everything. All the vertical lines, we'll do horizontal lines. And then I'm gonna have to go, oh, you know what, I'm Canadian, we don't have TikTok shop. We don't have TikTok shop, we don't have TikTok creator fund. TikTok is no fun over here if you wanna be making money. Ooh, no, Sherry, all of my Glacier Blue B grade pre-made journals are gone. I'm not sure what my other ones are like as far as how many are left. I know I've still got a pile of pinks and browns over there, but I know several of them at least have been ordered. I haven't been keeping exact track of the orders that came in today. He's playing hockey with a ping pong ball. I don't know if you can hear the ping pong ball like bouncing around. I don't. I only offer one size right now, and they are A5 for either my empty journals or my pre-made journals. They are all the same size, A5. Alrighty. He is, yeah, he's having fun. He's the sweetest. Love that little guy. Washi tape I get mostly from the washi tape shop. Yeah, that's where the vast majority of my washi tape is from. So yes, thank you guys so much for joining today. We got finished with the June monthly spreads and we started on the weekly spreads, so that's where we'll pick up tomorrow. I'm not totally sure when I'll be live tomorrow. Oh yes, Shelby, unfortunately, alcohol markers are going to bleed through no matter what. They're really only good for single-sided drawings. Otherwise, they just bleed through. But even like acrylic markers, these ones I have not had any trouble with yet. Yes, Nicole, name pages are back open. But yeah, unfortunately, alcohol markers are not really an option for this type of journal unless you only want to use one side of every page, which I am not okay with, so I would never use them. But I know there was one person in here the other day who's just said, yeah, I just only use one side of each page and I don't mind. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for joining. Oh, nice. Sounds good, Shelby. So as I said, I'll be live tomorrow. I'm not totally sure afternoon or evening. I'll make sure to put that in my story. Hey, Tia. On Instagram. So if you like to know in advance when we're going to be live, what we're going to be working on, Instagram is the place to get those updates. Thank you, Nikki. I'm hoping he feels better too, because I really want him to sleep not on mama all night tonight. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you are interested in placing an order, don't forget your discount code livestream for 10% off, and we will personalize your journal together. And yeah, we'll pick up with June in tomorrow's live. Thank you all so much for joining, and I hope you have a good rest of your Monday.